connected and live streaming. What is going on, everybody? For those of you watching this on replay, what is up? I'm going live tonight. Obviously, you're watching this right now. So if you're seeing this, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching live. Thank you for watching on replay. But as of right now, I was just thinking right before I went live, I was like, I might not actually be live for a little bit after this. So yeah, that's the thing. What is up, Tommy? I haven't seen Tommy in a while. Where have you been, man? Western Kramato, Yamana, something, Insaniac person. You were not first. I just want to let you know that. Pierce Subadub. Man, I cannot pronounce a lot of these names. What is going on, everybody? Can I tell you about 25 Alpha? Not quite yet, not too much because I haven't been to that bullock. But I will talk to you guys about that bullock coming up soon, and then more on the officer side of things after that. But yeah, so again, let me reiterate the title of this video. Last one for a while. It might be the last live stream for a little while, just because I'm about to leave for the weekend, and then whenever I come back, I am back for like 4 more days, and I'm leaving for a week, and then I'm gonna be and then like Christmas and stuff is happening, and then like New Year's, and I think there's gonna be a lot of stuff going on, and I am probably going to struggle to find some time to actually sit down and do a live stream, right? So that might be a thing. So this might be the last live stream, at least for a couple of weeks, until possibly January. And even January is kind of like an iffy thing at the very beginning, so it could be a minute. I'm gonna try, you know, maybe at the very least I could sit down for like 15 minutes or something. But yeah, so man, there's a lot of what's up. So just everybody that I missed saying that, what is going on? Thank you all for coming out to the live stream. Jimmy Dubs with starting off with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you. Graduate from binning on Thursday, 19 kilo. So you graduate from binning this Thursday? So how are you watching this? Are you watching this like there right now? That would be crazy. But congratulations on graduating, whether that was last Thursday or this Thursday. That is freaking awesome. Brandon Kendry, hey. Is there any military working dog in the Army? This will help out a lot. I don't know what you mean by military working dog. There's an MOS where you can be like the MP with a dog or whatever. But JK Dynasty, met your little bro here at basic training in the 82nd a couple weeks ago. So you met James. That's awesome. He tells me sometimes when you guys recognize him. So my little brother gets recognized every now and then, which is pretty cool. So don't be scared to tell them, because you know I think he thinks it's pretty cool as well. Because it is really cool, and it's like really nice to actually see you guys like out and be like, hey, you know, are you Matt Ward? Which I think is kind of funny. A lot of times the people that say that's like you kind of know, but it's just like, hey, it's cool. So if you ever see me or my brothers or anything out, feel free to say hey. How would a possible government shutdown affect the military, and how would we go about business? So if you're active duty, you basically go about business the same way. If you're a reserves or guard, you're not going to be going to your drills, right? So if you're a reserve or guard during a government shutdown and you have a drill that weekend during the government shutdown, you're not going to be going to your drill. Other than that, you know, if people are deployed and stuff, we don't just like stop protecting the country. So it's not going to affect active duty people that much. They're just not going to get paid for that period of time. Andrew, an early Merry Christmas to you and your family. Thank you, Andrew. You too. I appreciate it. Christmas is coming up soon, y'all. It's in like 14 days. Oh my gosh. It said 14 days. Wow. I also got my first duty station, Beale Air Force Base in California. Nice. Bass. Yeah. I didn't even read it wrong, but I don't know. Anyways, sometimes I just get, you know, tongue twisted or whatever whenever I'm doing my live stream, and it's just like, you know, did I? Oh, I did get a $1.99 super chat. Thank you, Kelly, for messaging me that. So, I think if it's less than $2, it doesn't actually show up for my thing. But State Guard versus National Guard, I'm not sure what you mean, State Guard. The National Guard is the state military. If there's like some other State Guard thing, I don't know what you're talking about specifically, so I'm sorry about that. But thank you for the $2.99 super chat. I appreciate it. And we got Dante McMillan also with the $4.99 super chat. Hey, going to basic on January, or in January, 6 foot 1 inches, 198 pounds, 92 Yankee. I'm fine on push-ups and sets, so I'm worried about the 2 mile. The 2 mile is something that you can improve a lot on at basic training, but you got to push yourself. You really got to push yourself. Push yourself now, but whenever you do those 36s and 6120s, really, you know, really go for it. Really push yourself. And you'll be good to go. But as far as, you know, the 2 mile run, you know, if you're saying you're good on push-ups and sets, I hope you're at least in relatively good shape, then you're going to be fine. But all running is with basic, it's a little bit harder when you're on the civilian side, but when you're at basic training and you're in the environment with drill sergeants and stuff and they're yelling at you, like if you're running and you start like slowing down and stuff, like the drill sergeant's gonna be yelling at you to, you know, get your butt in gear and keep on going. So there'll be a little bit more added motivation to help you out. What is my PT score? Generally, I get a 300. If I do not get a 300, it would be because of the run myself. I'm sorry, guys. But it would be like I would miss the run. Like the last, like my last PT test, I think I got like a, what did I get? A 1330. Reason I'm actually happy with that 1330. I'm about to start my running back here in a little bit because I had some. At first, I thought they were shin splints, but they were definitely microfractures in my shins, and because of that, I couldn't actually really run. It hurt. So I couldn't really prepare as much as I normally do for that PT test, so I ended up just getting a 1330. I got 98 push-ups and 86 sit-ups and a 1330 2 mile run, which is like a 296, 295, 297, something like that. But normally I do get a 300. This time around, you know, my next PT test is going to be in February. I should get a 300 on that one. Dalton Moyer, I'm about to ship to basic training on January 2nd. Man, I feel bad for you guys going in January. I'm telling you, it's going to be cold no matter where you're going. Man, Fort Leonard Wood, will a government shutdown stop that? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Like I said, active duty stuff is going to be business as usual. You're just not going to get paid. I'm sorry. But I don't think, yeah, they're not going to, that would mess up a crap ton of stuff if they were to like stop ship dates. But honestly, I don't know that for a fact, but like I said, like if they were to like stop ship dates because of government shutdown, like that would really screw things up. How would you compare martial arts training to military training? Completely different if you're talking about military training, like in the sense with weapons and stuff. But there is combatives in the Army, and you can do combatives training where you're going to learn some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and all that jazz. Did anyone out of shape who joined basic pass? Yes, Dante. Yes. There will be a lot of people who will go to basic training and honestly not the greatest shape at all. They will pass. It's not like they're going to be passing with flying colors, but they'll pass, and it'll be harder. It'll be harder than other people. Who is the person in your recent Instagram post? Who do you think is the most beautiful girl in the world? But she is my amazing girlfriend. Maybe I was talking to her earlier. I was like, Kelly, you need to do a live stream. But she's a little bit nervous, and she's probably watching this right now and smiling, which is making me smile. So we got William Thomas. Any advice on going to Kuwait in February? Just enjoy yourself. Going to Kuwait is going to be a lot of fun. You're probably going to Kuwait, and then you might be preparing to go somewhere else. So really, just enjoy that time. Don't stress about it too much, honestly. Like especially if you're going to Kuwait, do not stress about it. It's just going to be a big training thing for you. I'm not sure what they've told you about what you're doing, but I would not stress about it too much. You're honestly probably going to enjoy your deployment a lot. Not even gonna answer that question. Can you join the army if you had your appendix removed? I would say no. I don't know that for a fact, but I would say no. I think if you get any kind of organs and stuff removed, like then you are just like a automatic no-go. Currently at Fort Lee for AIT. My first duty station is at Fort Carson. Any advice for new privates? With O'Malley, the $4.99 super chat. Any advice for new privates? Yes. First impressions are really important. In my opinion, first impressions, especially for privates and stuff, is a really big deal because you want to get on the good side of your NCOs, your squad leaders, and all that stuff. So, you know, get there. Honestly, your PT test is good. If you show up to your unit and you take your first PT test and you fail, or even honestly, if you do really bad, that is not going to look good at you. That is not going to look good on you as a private who is straight out of Fort Lee. Currently at Fort Lee for So a private straight out of Fort Lee. You do not. That's not going to be good. So make sure your PT is as good as possible, and just do your best to make a good first impression, because that's going to be big. Do you have any tips for gaining weight in as healthy way as possible? Yeah, so work out as much as you possibly can, and then obviously don't be eating like fatty stuff, so you can gain weight. And even if you're eating healthy food, like if you eat too much of it, right? So it kind of just depends on how fast you want to gain that weight. So if you're in a calorie surplus, like you're eating basically an extra 300 to 400 calories a day, that would make you gain about a pound a week or so. So that would be really good, and you know, maybe a quarter of that to a half of that would be muscle if you're really working out hard. So that would be really good. I mean, anything above that, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter what you're eating. If you're eating a calorie surplus of 1,000 calories of McDonald's, or a calorie surplus of 1,000 calories of, I don't know, broccoli and whatever steak, it's still a calorie surplus. It's still going to be extra calories. So eating good food, obviously high in protein and everything, would be beneficial, but just trying to stay around that 300 to 400 calorie surplus would be optimal in my opinion. Seth over here, Tommy, what did I not see? Tommy, I don't know what I didn't see. Trying to get to all these super chats. Everybody's doing these $5 super chats over here with Seth Sherman Almy. Heading home from AIT for a holiday block leave. Any advice on how to decompress and ease back into civilian life without losing military bearing? You know, yeah, try not. I would definitely, losing your military bearing, you probably shouldn't lose it, but you are going to get kind of, for your home block leave, get a little bit more settled in, just regardless. But honestly, I would take it easy a little bit. You know, see your family, hang out with your friends and stuff. Don't be doing any stupid stuff. Don't be getting drunk and going crazy and drinking and driving. You probably like, that's just, you know what's wrong to do. But as far as decompressing, in my opinion, it's fun, like, you know, the first day or so to kind of just chill a little bit, not going out and doing too many crazy things, and then after that, then you can kind of do that. So we got Nava Dust Majestic 724. Hey Matt, my waiver was sent up before I even took a physical. Is that normal? I'm aware it went to the Pentagon. I was chaptered September. I hope y'all can't hear that plane. That is a loud plane. Oh my goodness. September and Re-3. I'm not sure what Re-3 means. And I'm not sure what the question was. Is that normal? I'm not exactly sure. So waivers, I mean, I've talked about that with the recruiter thing, the waiver whole thing on all that. It's so different for everybody. It's so different for everything. There's different kinds of waivers, a different kind of process, different kinds of things that need to be done. It could be normal, but if, you know, I trust the recruiters and what they're doing. So if that's what they did, then I think that would be normal. Can you join if you lost your voice? Yes. I mean, if it's a temporary loss your voice, yeah, because, I mean, you're probably going to lose your voice a little bit at basic training because of all the yelling that you're going to be doing, especially if you haven't actually learned how to yell. For me, whenever I became the PG, you know, the first like 2 days or stuff, I lost my voice from calling cadence so much and yelling so much. So you kind of have to learn how to yell. How come it's the last stream for a while, holidays and whatnot? I wasn't here if you mention it. Yeah, Savage Patch Matt. Yeah, I'll reiterate it because there's a lot more people in here right now. 228 to be exact. Man, it's taking me a while to get to all these super chats. Jeez, you guys are ridiculous right now. But yeah, so last stream possibly for a while. I'm just letting you guys know that because if you wanted to catch a stream, you know, with the holidays coming up, I'm leaving basically for a vacation this weekend, and then I'm going to be back for a couple days, and I'm leaving for a week again, and then it's Christmas time, and then you got the New Year's time, and in between all that, I'm going to be working, and in between that, I'm going to have to be making videos, so it's going to be like, you know, I'm going to be struggling to find some time to kind of sit down for an hour and do a live stream, but I may do one, you know, in a month, maybe. I'm going to try, and I'm going to try to do one, you know, after New Year's would be probably the latest, around about the time. We'll see. We'll do like a New Year's stream. We'll do a New Year's stream, guys. Stay away from fast food line in the chow hall. Yep. We got, did I miss one? That one super chat. Jacob Ogle. I leave January 7th. Again, you guys leaving in January. I feel bad for you. I'm 13 Fox. You inspired me to switch from going into the Air Force to the Army. Thanks for all you do on this channel. Well, Jacob, you made a great decision. I just want to let you know that. 13 Fox, I think, is a good MOS. That's the same MOS as my brother, if you didn't know. But congratulations on making the right choice. Oh, man. We got Life Breeze with the big old $9.99 super chat. Hey, I'm 31 and I'm going to basic next year, going for my bachelor's degree. Wanted to know if there is an age limit on being a commissioned officer. So yes, there is. Yes, there is. Have I done a thing on it? I believe in the video on how to be an officer, I've talked about that. But yes, there is like an age thing for being an officer. You cannot be too old. 31. You're getting there. You're getting there. Like, you could still enlist and stuff, but a quick little Google search. I'm not going to tell you the wrong information right now, but there is definitely an age limit. It is be different than just enlisting from the time that you commission. That's the thing. From the time you commission, that is going to be the thing that you need to look at. Not your current age right now, but the time whenever you do actually commission. If you want to do OCS and all that stuff. So yeah, so definitely keep that in mind. Being 31, hop on that and figure out the correct exact answer, because I do not want to give you the wrong information. But the number that jumped to my mind is 31. You have to be commissioned by 31, but I don't want to tell you that for certain. What in the low flying plane zone is going on? I live near an airport, and that's why the plane is there. Sometimes I'll be recording a video right here, and a plane will fly over like that, and I just gotta stop. You know, let me drink some water. Read some of these messages through these chats. Just finished a 2-mile run. Hua, getting ready for basic training. Justin Thorson, racing and reviews. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. That was like 5 minutes ago, Matt. Well, Andrew, I don't read these in chronological order all the time. I usually keep the chat at a certain thing. So Tommy, Air Force is definitely better. I just had to read that, but that's just because you said that. But obviously you're biased, and obviously I'm biased. I mean, obviously all the branches are good, pros and cons and everything. It's really not even a branch-to-branch thing. You kind of have to compare job to job with Tommy. Thank you. I appreciate it. Opinion on split training option. So split ops. I'm considering doing this after my junior year during the summer. I've talked about this before in videos, and I think it is a great idea. If you know for sure that you want to join, then it is a great idea. You get kind of like a free year of time in service. So, you know, you join at 17 years old. By the time you go to basic training, or by the time you go to AIT, you've already got basically a year. So you'll get promoted to specialist seemingly faster than other people, because basically right out of AIT, you know, depending on what rank you actually enlist in, whether that's E2 or E3 or E1 to E3, you know, you could get specialist pretty quickly, seemingly. So I do think it's a really good idea if you do want to join. Guys going to basic, watch your stuff. It can walk, especially gun cleaning kits. Julie Candy Cane, yeah, so I mean, I've talked about this before. Mark all of your gear. Mark everything. Mark all your stuff. Watch your stuff. You know, maybe you might have a couple people that you trust, but still, you know, there's going to be a lot of people in your platoon, and you're not going to trust all of them like a brother. And people might have some sticky fingers, because what happens is somebody loses a water bottle. For example, this is hypothetical. Somebody loses a water bottle, and it's like, oh, there's a water bottle there without anybody having it, so I'm just going to take this one. Now this person doesn't have a water bottle, and they're like, oh, there's a water bottle there that doesn't have anybody around it, so I'm going to take this water bottle. And so before you know it, like, the person who stole the first water bottle that's kind of gone down the chain like 4 times, and it's just ridiculous, but that's how it is. So mark all of your stuff, lock your wall locker, and all that jazz. So, because things could get stolen, you know, doing laundry, you know, whew, gotta be careful. I shipped to one station unit training January 3rd. I didn't get airborne. Is it true non-airborne infantry has less chance of deployment? No. Less chance of deployment is so difficult to talk about. Like, I mean, you could get deployed just like, you know, it's like I flip a coin, and it's like, what is the chance of it landing heads or tails? It's like, if it lands tails, okay. Now if I flip the coin again, is it more likely to land heads or tails because it was tails before? No, but it's still 50-50. So, like, you know, what's the chance that I could get deployed? If you get deployed, it's a 100% chance. If you don't get deployed, it's a 0% chance. That's what I like to say about that. You know, obviously, if you go into a more combat-related unit, but I mean, if you're infantry, I mean, I guess you'd be more likely to deploy than, you know, maybe some other MOS or something. But, you know, it's still, I would say, about the same statistical likelihood of everybody else. Can you message me back on Instagram, InfantryKid02? I will check. I haven't been answering that many questions and stuff on Instagram, just because Kelly's been taking up a lot of my time, which is okay, Kelly. So I haven't been on my phone as much answering all kinds of DMs. Leave a comment. Leave a comment. Am I leaving? No, I'm not leaving. Let me reiterate again. This is kind of possibly for the holidays, right? So, there we go. Add moderator. So, because of the holidays coming up and because of some vacation stuff that I'm doing, I might not be able to live stream for a couple of weeks for sure. At least like 2 weeks, honestly. At least a couple weeks, possibly more, possibly like a month, possibly even more than a month. But let me text her back. You can now. Okay. Well, what department in the military would be best for a martial artist? None of them. I mean, there's really nothing that's going to be specialized in the hand-to-hand combat. Kelly, stop saying baby. Angel Paulino, that is my girlfriend. That's why she's saying that. I think she just said it once anyways. But I told her to leave a comment so that I could actually make her a moderator. Hey Matt, can you enter into the military as an officer? Yes, if you go through ROTC. But I mean, if you do OCS, then you're entering in as enlisted, and then you switch to officer. Because if you do OCS enlisted and you have your degree already, then you're going to enlist, you know, as a specialist, an E4 specialist, and then once you go and you graduate OCS, then you will be an officer. So it's kind of like you're enlisting as an officer. You can do direct commissions. So if you're like a doctor or something, if you're a dentist, you know, you can directly commission. It's like, boom, you're an officer. Chaplains and stuff, that happens a lot for chaplains. So, you know, what is OCS? OCS is Officer Candidate School. That is one of the ways that the military gets their officers. What do you prefer, ROTC or Service Academy? What are the pros and cons of each? So pros and cons of each, I would say ROTC, you get a little bit more of a civilian, normal college life. A military academy is much more military, obviously, and a little bit less civilian, normal college life. And then, honestly, which one's going to give you better training? Like the better tools for training are going to obviously go to the military academies, but which one's going to make you a better officer is going to be completely up to you, right? It's going to be completely up to you. Riley Part, yellow. Braden, no. Man of Action, what's going on? Whoever told you that is mistaken. I don't know what person commented that, but I trust Man of Action. Hey Matt, what will be the difference between 11 X-ray and 18 X-ray? I'm about to go to MEPS and I don't know what or which one to choose. Well, 11 X-ray is infantry, 18 X-ray is special forces, and I will tell you right off of the bat, if you do not know what 18 X-ray is, do not pick it, because, like, without being mean or anything, obviously you don't want to be special forces, so that would not be the best thing in my opinion. Like I've said multiple times, like if you want to be special forces, those people, they want to be special forces. That is what they want to do. And if you're kind of going into it like, oh, I don't know if I want to do special forces or if I want to do 11 X-ray or whatever MOS, I would say definitely do not do special forces if that is not what you want to do. And if you don't know what 18 X-ray is, then I would say that is obviously not what you want to do. Matt, did you go to JROTC? I did not do junior ROTC. I did normal college ROTC. So I did not do. So basically, I didn't do ROTC in high school. If you guys don't know the difference between JROTC and ROTC, JROTC is in high school. ROTC is in college, where you're actually training to be an officer. JROTC is more like military familiarization, learning customs and courtesies, specifics about the branch that you're in. So if you're doing Air Force, JROTC, Army, ROTC, JROTC, whatever. My day's been going good. I know Zahir K, you might know the difference, but a lot of people may not know the difference. Hey Matt, are the infantry the landscapers of the Army? Yes. You know, I mean, in every MOS you're going to do a lot of area beautification, but I've heard from several infantry people that, you know, you might do a little bit more than your normal guy. Where are you from, Matt? Pretty big fan. Travis C ×4 X4. I'm from the Charlotte area in North Carolina. Matt, pink and greens, what do you think? I've made 2 videos on it that are pretty recent. How tall am I? I am 5'10" and about this much extra. Matt, how to overcome laziness? Constantly fill your brain with non-lazy stuff. You know, you got to put into habit a whole bunch of things that will make you not be lazy, right? So, you know, if you're, I don't know, like cancel your cable, cancel whatever. You know, have some kind of accountability, have some other person helping you out. Have a reason for why you're not wanting to be lazy. Because, I mean, if you don't want to do anything else, I mean, you know, that's fine. Like, if you don't want to work out, if that's not your goal, you know, I'm sure you might probably want to join the military or whatever, because obviously you're watching my channel. But, you know, have some kind of accountability, some kind of plan, stick to it. If you can't stick to it, you got to constantly fill your brain with motivational things that you want to do. So if you want to do stuff in life, kind of fill your brain with things that are going to make you want to do that stuff. What are these people freaking commenting? Jeez. That good. Oh, hey, Matt. One of my ex-friend, he recently switched to Army from Marine about a week ago. Now he is training and he just turned 23 today. You're sad about that? I know he's your friend, but I mean, if that's what he wants to do, that's what he wants to do. I mean, people, you kind of have to, in the military, you have to get used to making friends with people and then having them go on to whatever else they're going to do. Whether they're getting out of the military or they're going to a different unit or whatever, you kind of have to get used to that a little bit, because there's going to be a lot of moving parts. You're not going to be in the exact same unit for forever. People, like, the entire unit's not going to be the same unit, right? So you kind of have to get used to seeing somebody for 3 or 4 years and then them going on to do something else. Andrew, thank you. Any thoughts on Intel jobs like 35 series? I think they are great. My second pick that I was gonna, or my next pick I was gonna pick as an officer would be military intelligence. Was my pick. Yes, I'm a software developer. I'm a programmer on the civilian side. So, yep. That's my civilian career. And Jay Japay with the $5 super chat. Thank you. Thank you. Goodness gracious. I don't know. I think some people are just being retarded. Sorry if that made anybody upset. I want to be a doctor for the Army, but I am not sure. Well, are you in the process of doing that now? Because being a doctor or a nurse or anything in the Army, it is a longer process. You're going to have to go to nursing school. You're going to have to get your doctorate. You're going to have to do all these kinds of things. So that's something you should definitely think about. I'm assuming you might be a long ways off because you don't know that for sure right now. What path would a person take to become a Night Stalker or Delta Force? So I've talked about that before, the whole Delta Force thing. Don't worry too much about being Delta Force, because if that opportunity comes up, if you're good enough, the opportunity is going to come up. But you definitely need to go, for example, like infantry, ranger, or special forces, something like that. Do well at your job. Several years down the road, the option might come up. So there's really no like, oh, if I list and do this, whatever, that's going to get me to Delta Force. You just need to be really good, really good. But again, I stress it a lot. Don't worry about being Delta Force. Don't worry about being Delta Force. It's something good to think about, I guess, but it's like, you know, very unlikely. What do you know about Fort Jackson? I know a lot, I guess. I think the Fort Jackson area is actually pretty nice. It's not a bad base. It's in a good area in Columbia. It's just a couple hours from me. I've been to Fort Jackson more so than almost any other base. Fort Gordon, I've been there the longest. I'm about to go back to Fort Gordon for another 4 months. So that would almost make... that'll almost be a year at Fort Gordon. But Fort Jackson, I think, is not too. It's not too bad. I've only been to like 5 bases, 5 posts, 6 posts. Matt, do I drink whey protein? Yes, I do. I haven't drank some occasionally. If you didn't know the whole BPN sponsorship thing, I mean, obviously I drink and I use BPN supplements because I work with them. What inspired me to join the military? I always wanted to join the military in some way, shape, or form. So I don't know if anything really inspired me except for being a little kid and watching all kinds of stuff. Da, 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 da. Was Signal always your top choice, or did you ever second guess your choice? It was really, honestly, it was like Signal or Cyber, but I knew I couldn't do Cyber, and MI was my next choice, so so yeah, so it was like Cyber or Signal, so it was always something kind of techie related, and then military intelligence was the next one. My girlfriend says she's supportive. That's how I maintain doing all this YouTube and career stuff and progressing in life. Do you guys want to see a live stream with my girlfriend? Yes, no? Put a yes. Put a yes in the chat. She's watching the chat right now. What's up, Drew? Matt is the man. Thank you, Drew. You're the man. It's a yes. Yeah, yes. Oh, Emmanuel says no. That's a yes, no, sure, maybe. Emmanuel, you said maybe. Now you said no, then yes, no. That's a lot of yeses, Kelly. That's a lot of yeses. And there's a C by Leo. Future 19 Kilo, Alex Hart. That's awesome. Zahir, she is gorgeous. Go check out my Instagram right here. Just guys, just go check out my Instagram. She's gorgeous. Did that not work? Maybe that didn't work. Drew, I think you said you mean to say show us the lucky lady, Lieutenant. You know, I obviously, like I said, she is on my Instagram. She's beautiful and she makes you happy. Yes, she does, and she is. Yeah, I can't wait. She'll have to be in some kind of little vlog or something too, but I think she's just a little camera shy right now. But we'll have to break her into the whole YouTube thing as far as videos goes. Just wondering how you can keep up all the comment, Matt. I can't read all the comments. I can't keep up with all the comments, so I don't know. She's not in the military. Fort Benning was awesome. Alexis Lago. Fort Benning is kind of cool. It's a pretty cool base and everything. What's better, the military or Marines? The Marines are a part of the military. Yeah, Delta. See, man of action. Delta Force is a different animal to talk about. They pick you, you don't pick them. Yeah, see, that's why I say, like, don't worry about that. Like, if you're good enough, you know, okay. But, like, there's not, like, a sign-up sheet for Delta Force. How do you apply for ROTC? You don't So you don't apply for ROTC, you enroll in ROTC just like any other normal college class. I've made a video on how to enroll in ROTC. That was like the title of the video. But the thing is being contracted, where you sign a contract saying that you are going to be an officer at that point in time. So what is going on with the super chats right now? Drew, you did another one. Make it our Christmas present, Matt. Bring her into the live chat. So do you want to, maybe we could, well, we can't do one at that time. But again, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a live stream for a little bit. Possibly, you know, we could see. We could see. But I would like to do something with her, just to get her feet wet with doing a video talking to a couple hundred people. Jay Japay with the $10 super chat. This is your second super chat. Are you crazy? Matt, you're the man. Merry Christmas and happy holidays. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. I hope everybody does have a great Christmas, because talking live to you right now, like you, and, you know, let's say I lost my train of thought, but talking to you, thank you all so much for coming out. Merry Christmas to everybody. And so, yeah. You getting deployed? Nope, not right now. So has the Space Force gotten anywhere, or has everyone forgotten about that already? You know, that's just how the news is. The news goes from cycle to cycle to cycle to cycle. But it is, as far as I know, it's kind of still going. They're still doing plans and stuff. Andrew, yeah, yep. But, I mean, the Space Force, I think, is still kind of, you know, doing its thing. How did you know you couldn't be a cyber officer? Alex with the $2.99 super chat. Basically because the year that I commissioned was the first year that cyber was available for the Army Reserves, and all those 10 slots or whatever had already been selected, from what I was told. I did still do the whole interview process and stuff, though. Have you ever been hit by a bar of soap in a sock? Hudson, I don't know what kind of question that was, but no. And he deleted it. What clothes do you sleep in at basic training? Good question that I have never been asked, and that is your PT clothes. You will sleep in your APTFU, ATPFU. It's weird how the acronym is for that, but you sleep in your PT clothes. Santos, my wife doesn't let me join. You could try and convince her to let you do National Guard or Army Reserves or something, you know. But, you know, obviously, like I talked about it before, if you're married, you know, your spouse should have a say-so in kind of like what you do is, you know, kind of like with the military. It's a very, very big deal. You know, just because you're the one actually joining does not mean that she or he, whoever your spouse is or your family in general, is not going to have to feel the effects of that, right? So, you know, don't have the attitude of, oh, it's just me joining, I can do it. You know, no. You know, if you're married to somebody, then, you know, they really do need to have a say-so. And if you want to go active duty and they don't want you to go active duty, maybe you can compromise and do reserve or guard or something in a MOS that you just have to compromise, because, again, when you're gone, it's like they're gone. Like, you both don't see each other. So, anyways, I'm sorry that, you know, that's the case, but, you know, you have to talk about it. Wow, I've never thought about what would you sleep in at basic. Crazy. Sadie's Chronicles. Yeah, no, people ask all kinds of questions that people, you know, every now and then. I mean, I've gotten so many different kinds of questions, but every now and then I get one that I haven't gotten before. One of those would be what you wear to sleep. And no, you can't sleep with your shirt off. You can't sleep in whatever you want. Nope, you can't do that. You will sleep in the uniform that you are told to sleep in, which is summer PT clothes. So the shorts and a t-shirt and all that jazz. What was your worst smoke in basic training? Got a video on it. Got a video on it. So I don't want to talk too much about it in the live stream. Man, I've made a video on a lot of stuff. I was thinking about doing, you guys could let me know what you think about this, but I was thinking about not doing another video thing, but like maybe creating a playlist or maybe doing a video kind of telling you guys some of the videos that I've done in the past that I think that you should look at if you haven't seen them already. Maybe they've only got like a couple thousand views, and you know, it's a really beneficial video. Like the one video that comes to my mind is how to Ranger roll your uniform. Look that up on my channel if you are leaving for basic training. If you're leaving for basic training, go to my channel and, you know, look up how to Ranger roll your uniform. That's going to be really beneficial for you, especially know how to do it correctly, because you're going to have to do it. And it'd be better for you to know beforehand, and then maybe you could teach other people when you get there. Why is the last stream for a while? I will reiterate it again because I know people come in and out. Basically, because of the holidays, I might not stream for, let's just say, a couple weeks to a month, which is longer than I normally do. So it's gonna be a little while. We'll be knocking on the door of that 100,000 subscribers by the time that comes around. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Love that video. I do that to all my clothes, and I helped my buddy who left for the Navy. That is awesome. Yeah, and in all the other branches, you're gonna have to do the same thing. That laundry video sounded like pure. What is the best time of the year to start talking to a recruiter? Pretty much any time. That was kind of like I talked to a recruiter. We had talked about, you know, the best time of the year to join, but you know, whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready. How many push-ups you think you performed in basic? Are you talking about in total? I don't know. It's really not really even as much as you think, because this is kind of the case, right? You can only do like 5 push-ups, and then they're gonna make you stand up and you're gonna do 5 more, stand up and 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 do 5 more. But what happens is you're gonna do like 5 push-ups, and you're gonna be sitting there in the front leaning rest position like this, and you're gonna do like 5 push-ups, and then you're gonna do like some other exercise, and then, you know, so it's just, you know, it's not always the case. Do a collab with Demolition Ranch. You know, Braden White. I would love to do that. I would love to do that. Love it. I think it'll be really cool. I mean, honestly, you know, it would be really cool. You know, maybe it'd be like if I were to hit like 500,000 subscribers. I feel like I'm still too small on YouTube for that kind of thing. But you never know. Matt, do you think that drill sergeants got softer over time, got stricter, or stayed the same? I think that they stayed the same, but the rules that they have to abide by and the guidelines that they have to do have gotten softer, right? So obviously drill sergeant stuff, they can't hit you anymore. The only time a drill sergeant can hit you is during the grenade range. That's the only time a drill sergeant can put their hands on you and hurt you. The other time is whenever you're doing checking for brass and ammo when you're leaving the range, and they're going to pat you down like really hard. They're going to be like hitting you like right in the chest and the arms and stuff. But for the most part, they can't like hit you. Like my grandfather was in the Navy, you know, 60 years ago. You know, he's been punched, right? That's not the case anymore. You will get kicked out of the military for that. A drill sergeant will get kicked out of the military for that. So the rules that they've had to abide by, the guidelines now are softer. But I think the individuals as drill sergeants are the same. They just have guidelines that they have to abide by. You know. So that would be the thing. What if you snore at basic training? Well, it sucks for everybody else. Especially, I hate, gosh, I can't stand it when people snore. It just keeps me up. But I mean, you know, go to sleep after everybody else, or warn them all. Be like, hey, I snore, so try to go to sleep before me. You know, things like that. You don't answer to unpopular people? I don't know what that means. Do I have any hobbies other than YouTube? Yes. Working out. Playing video games. Sports. You know, I haven't really played much sports recently, but baseball was my big thing. I really like ping pong. These are my boxing gloves right here, doing some fighting. That's another hobby. Yep, so there's just some hobbies. Hey Matt, what do you want for Christmas this year? $1 million. to you know, I don't know. The things that I do want, just like the things that I want are kind of expensive. I would like the things that I want. I really want like a VR headset, like the Oculus, or not the Oculus Go, because that's like a more thing. The Vive, whatever you call it, Vive, that VR headset, that would be really cool. But it's like $500 or $600. All kinds of weapons and guns and stuff. I just got a new pistol, but another one that I would like to do is maybe get the compact version of that pistol. Because here's my other one, the old one, which is the compact pistol that I have. This is the one that I can conceal much easier. By the way, that was empty. I wasn't just flailing that around. My other pistol is not here with me right now, so I would show it to y'all because it is cool. Dylan Martinez, what is going on? All right. You got to stand at parade rest to specialists. You do not have to stand at parade rest for specialists, but it is 10 o'clock, and I think I'm about done. I gotta read. What? She sent me a thing. Should Matt live stream when he proposes to Kelly? Yes or no? Should I live stream it? Should I live stream the proposal? Yes or no? That'll be the last thing. So obviously me and her, we're gonna do a live stream together. We're gonna do a live stream together. And then nah, no, yes, live stream it. No, there's a little bit more no's on this one. There's a lot of yeses, but there's a little bit more no's. So you guys are saying keep it private. Set a camera though. I mean, obviously guys, there will be pictures in a video, but maybe like secretly somebody live stream, because you know you can live stream it. I can live stream YouTube from my phone. That's what I used to do. I used to set up my phone and live stream. So if you look at my other ones, okay, there's too many people that are saying private, so we're doing private. All right. But she will be on here. But yeah, that is it for this live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Almost hit an hour. Possibly the last live stream for a little bit because of the holidays. But yeah. Can I do a giveaway for my shoes in the background? No. I love my shoes. All these beautiful puppies right here. Like, yes, I want to keep them. You can't even really see this one because it's all black. It's black and gold, but you can't really tell. Anyways. Alright, anyways, guys, thank you all for coming out. I will see you all in tomorrow's video, and the next video is coming up. But as far as a live video, probably not for a minute, but nevertheless, I love you all. Hope you all have a great Christmas, happy holidays, great weekend, great day tomorrow. Stay safe in the snow. Jay Japay with $5 super chat. I'm getting off. What are you doing? But thank you, I appreciate it. Peace out.